Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell. We have a lot to get to today, as usual. There is the crypto is falling, and it's falling hard right now. And stocks and crypto falling hard right now. If you want the latest of news and to stay up with unbiased truths, then go ahead and hit that like button. All right. And subscribe if you're new. Let's go right into it. Let's start here. Stock market. Look at this. Stock market, Dow, S&P, NASDAQ fall from records after PCE. Okay. PCE, personal. We talked about that already, right? Consumption expenditures. So that was the first major data point after, before the other three to come. We still got PPI, CPI, and jobs, okay, before the next FOMC meeting. So it showed that there is some tariff pressure. It also showed that the consumer is still strong, right? Weakening chances of the Fed cutting interest rates. Now, that does not mean that he's not. This was just negative towards that move, okay? And so the market was actually down before the PCE numbers came out. So let's just keep that in perspective, okay? So I have it right here. I'm not going to play it. The PCE numbers, it came out. A lot of stuff was in line, but you could see let me just show you the data right quick. The personal consumption expenditures price index showed that the core inflation ran at a 2.9% seasonally adjusted annual rate in July, meeting estimates but higher than June. That's what we're talking about, all right? So consumer spending increased 0.5 on the month. So that's showing that the consumer is spending money, which means it could lead to higher inflation, all right? In line with forecasts and indicating of strength despite the higher prices. So despite prices going up because of inflation, the consumer is actually increasing spending. Personal income accelerated 0.4. So there you go. So personal income went up, giving us more buying power, though the prices or inflation is going up and we're spending more money. And that's not, not what the Fed wants. He wants a weakening in job market so he could get a control on inflation, if you understand. We could see that they are all down significantly. They were already down in the pre-markets, but after the PCE numbers came out, they fell even more, especially the NASDAQ down almost 300 points. That's a lot, good people, 1.23. What is the NASDAQ heavy in? The NASDAQ is heavy in tech heavy. So now you see a lot of talking heads. They are concerned about the AI boom right now. They're saying, is it a bubble? Is it overinflated? Is it too much? But then you have companies like NVIDIA that are putting truckloads of money into AI from now until 2030. And so whenever there's a spook, everything gets spooked and everything you're going to hear is spooked. So the choice is yours what to do with your money as it pertains to stocks. A firm literally took off on last night, running it was up 17, 18%. Affirm is one of the ones that we have in our portfolio. And we have a lot of Affirm, Palantir, SoFi, and Roblox in our growth portfolio. Come join us at Money Moves, where we are making money with these portfolios. Now, we're going to move on over to crypto. But before I move over to crypto, I want to let you guys know last night before this dump, I sold 2/3 of my XRP. Sorry, Army. And I notified my money movers. So here's the facts. I sold 3/4 of my XRP and I converted it into ETH and Solana. That was last night at 9:15. You could see 569 people saw that. Okay. That was in my money moves. That was in money moves. Now, was it a good idea? It actually did save me a little money so far, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal, right? We're going to get into it. So we could see right now at the time of filming this that XRP is down 4%, and we could see XRP is down 5.43, but Ethereum is down 4. And then we have Solana is down 3. You could see that 3.69. So it was a good move. But my first mind, which you should always follow, shame on you, Larry. My first mind told me to move it to cash and wait, but I didn't. All right. But I'm still better that I moved into those positions. I can always buy more XRP, but at the time, I'm focusing on those alts, Ethereum and Solana. Okay. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. And please don't fall for any spam in the comment section because I'm talking about crypto. Okay. So there's a lot going on with crypto markets. Why are crypto and alts falling today? So let's look at it. All right, the crypto market crashed continuing today, August 29th, as liquidation doubled. The preferred Federal Reserve, we talked about that, PCE, formed a risk pattern, and Bitcoin is falling beneath. I hear stories of whales selling, and I hear stories of Binance. Now, there was a whale selling Bitcoin, which happened last week, and that same thing is being reported again. So if you see that, I saw that in one of the reports, but it's the same story as last time. So you have exchanges like Binance dumping and allegedly, and I just need to really check that. But you could see the PCE numbers and Bitcoin falling beneath key support. Crypto markets crash triggered by surging liquidation. Okay. One of the main reasons why, according to Crypto News, one of the main reasons why Bitcoin and altcoins are falling today is that liquidations surged by 102%, meaning it's a market maker's move, okay? In the last 24 hours to 529 million, while open interest remains above 200 billion. Look at that. Bullish Ethereum liquidations jumped to 190, while Bitcoin and Solana rose to over 400 million in this period. Crypto markets today. Solana futures are more popular than ever. U.S. inflation. Okay, we'll pass that. Let's look at the bubbles. We can see that it's mostly red in the last hour. In the day, we're going to see a ton of red. Just a ton of red, good people. Let's keep it going. We could see that Bitcoin is all the way down to 108. Look at that. It's just falling. These are tough times, right? Tough times. 6%, 6.60% over the last 7 days, almost down 4%. It was down 4% earlier today. All right. Fighting back a little bit in the last hour. And Ethereum following, look at that, 9.94%, or should I say 4? Let's just call that 4%. XRP is down 5%, just getting an absolute shellacking, and Solana is down 3.53%. And you're going to see this fear index move further down. Let's look at Bitcoin. We could see here, I'm on the daily, that Bitcoin is just breaking down, breaking beneath support levels. Look at that. Breaking under 112. Look at that. Breaking down. It's just falling, just falling. Remember, this is the hourly. Look at that. It just keeps breaking. Look at that. Broke down under 109. Boom. And then, man, I hope it doesn't break down under 104. Of course, 100 is a psychological level of support, but it is not good. This big red candle. Let's look at the last hour. Are we showing any strength? The RSI this is just not looking good, good people. It's not looking good. Let's just call it what it is. So I just want to talk to you today, and just tell you, I can't tell you what to do, but all I know is that the more than half of the dry powder I have that's allocated for crypto. Let me say that again. More than half of my remaining dry powder that I have allocated for crypto. So not half of my money. I'm buying. And Larry, are you buying a falling knife? I'm going to buy until I'm out in these ranges, right? Especially before 100. I don't want you to follow me. I want you to do your own research. I am buying because I believe that this could be, I'm only putting in half, and then I'm going to wait and see what the job numbers are for next month. All right. I'm going to see what the job numbers are. And if we get bad inflation data off of PPI and CPI, and then jobs. So my focus is on the jobs. If the jobs come in strong and it shows that it's not weakening, then the Fed is less likely to cut interest rates, and crypto will probably do another dump. So I'm going to save some money for that, but I'm buying. I'm my dollar cost averaging. I'm buying. I'm buying heavier there right now in this range. That's what I'm doing, and then I'm going to spend the rest after the Fed decision. And what are you going to do after that? I'm just going to wait. What happens if everything in your portfolio just turns red? It drops that low. I'm just going to wait because the money that I have in crypto is money that I don't need for the next 5 years, let alone the next 4 years. I don't need it. So I'm going to leave it in there. And again, I didn't chase the memes on this last drop because I was fearful that something like this would happen and the memes are going to fall. Now I have some memes like Monk that's red. It's red. It's a sea of red, but it's going to remain red because remember what could happen to these memes. They could double, triple, quadruple, and I'm not locking in losses. Again, I don't want you to follow me. I want you to do what you see. And I'm just going to be patient. I'm just going to be real, keep it real. I have red in my portfolio. Again, 80% of what I have is Bitcoin. And now Ethereum is my second largest position. And then Solana. So I got Bitcoin, Ethereum is second, Solana and Sui. Those are my main, and Link. Those are my five top. So the smaller the cap, the smaller the money. And the smaller the market size, the smaller the money I put into these. Okay. So, guys, let me know what you're going to do. I just wanted to come here and look you in the eye and tell you everything I did and show you everything I did. But remember, you got to do your own due diligence and you must study for yourself. Unfortunately, these are hard times, good people. And it's hard for you to see, especially if this is your first time. It's hard for you to watch your earnings just go from green to red. It's hard for you to look at your portfolio and you see a sea of red. Okay, but for those of you that really want to know how these cycles really work, come and join us at Money Moves if you want to see my moves. But a lot of you need Stock Up You. And Stock Up You is where you're going to learn about crypto. But if you want to see all my moves in real time, then that's Money Moves. Come join us for less than $1 a day, good people. And so we can build strong portfolios and make money with crypto. It's not over. I don't believe it's over. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Hundreds of thousands of dollars I have in crypto. And I don't believe it's over. This is a shakeout. And it is what it is. This is crypto, right? Look at the stock market. So if the stock market could go down by 1%, it's nothing for Bitcoin to go down by 5 to 8% in a day. All right? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. We'll see you later. Live, love, laugh, and learn.